In and good evening, good day, everyone and listeners out there. I'm greeting good morning, good day, good afternoon, depending on the time you are watching this online seminar, even though it is scheduled for night, but for participants across the globe who are women or even others who may also be watching, and you're welcome. And for those who might have also seen the Zoom link elsewhere and they have chosen to also join, so good day, dear valued mothers, women, ladies, and men as well. Um, Particularly happy and grateful to the committee for considering me worthy to deliver this monthly seminar on upgrading to tech space. I'm Kendi Adenego from the Department of Mathematics, Adeyemi Federal University of Education, and also in the Adeyemi College of Technology. Upgrading to tech space. I want to appreciate everyone for being part of this, and for those who are watching, upgrading to tech space. Why the need for upgrading? When we request or ask for someone to upgrade, that means definitely there is an existence. If you are using a 2010 model SUV, special car or Toyota or something like that, and you say, oh no, I want to upgrade this, yes, let's have the light, let's have the interiors change, let's have one or two things to just bring that comfort. Or you have a phone, and in the era of technology, we've been seeing the upgrade, infinite this, infinite no this, infinite that, this type of Samsung. And then of course there have always been upgrade to modify the existing one, and then to bring in comfort and what the availability, what you need to know. And so asking our beloved mothers to upgrade to tech space, then that means you have much to do. We will be looking at the content, the importance of tech in career growth as it affects women, digital skills for career growth for women, building a professional online presence, and then navigating tech spaces as a woman, as women. These and many other things we are going to just consider in this seminar. We'll look at the importance of tech in women's career growth. Of course, technology dated by back to years ago. Of course, for AI now that people are talking about, AI even dated back to late 50s, where but very silent. Things that it was not prominent, and before we have in the 21st century, in the late 2020s, that will now begin to have more of the generative AI. Of course, in stages, AI, machine learning, deep learning, and then back now to generative AI. But then, of course, the era of sending email, you could see these people sending email was not when later we have late in the 90s, we now begin to have email. Yahoo mail came before the advent now, Google hotspot and whatever, and people will want to. But before you sit down to write letter, or you use telegram, or you make calls, contacts to be able to communicate your friends, families, and well wishers, parents will be looking forward to getting information from their parents either through a motorbike or a vehicle that will be coming from one station to the other. But today, without necessarily passing through any vehicle, except you have loads to carry, we will see where the need for women, men, and everybody will just get information at the tip of their finger. And you can see the issue of smartphone coming up and so many things like that. And we will see that tech is transforming industries and job markets. Digital skills are essential for career advancement, and then women can benefit greatly from the tech space. Of course, you can see this where I have just a very big load, and the big loads, of course, a vehicle. This on a Nigerian road. I was traveling one day and I just saw, wow, this is amazing. The loads even put together was the put together could over, I won't say overweigh the vehicle itself, but of course, looking at the appearance, and then the driver will not even be able to see the back, and then it means whatever happens in the front, whatever happens in the back, yes, the driver will say, God, over to you, take control. But all other users on the road would be at the risk of this. But now, there, going back to what is happening in the old days, then we'll now look at what is happening in today. Is it on transportation? Is it on every area that technology has come to develop to ease the burden? And that's essentially what technology has come to do. And then, seeing the importance, women, not leaving out men, will have to take advantage of the tech space. Now, we will want to see digital skills for career growth, which women could need. One, data analysis, and I will talk about Excel, Python. These are things that, once you learn in data analysis, coding as well. You use that Python, use MATLAB, depending on the type of package. Women are not exempted. Digital marketing on social media, online resources, selling materials or displaying materials, online resources, getting things, and of course, the digital marketing and content creation. Women are not completely exempted from doing that, and that's what's happening in the tech space. Women in tech examples. I have put a picture here, not depicting that, the house or the duties of women are strictly to handle house chores, cook, sweep, do this and that. So where you are, me, I mark X to show that no, they are not only restricted to house chores alone, handling things here and there. There are many women making waves in the tech industry today in Nigeria. Even some of them may not even have necessarily the background of technology, but because we advance in knowledge, and many of them are taken into tech. Considering Odunayo Eweniyi, she's a co-founder in Piggyverse. Find more about Piggyverse. Of course, I am also an investor in Piggyverse, and so I know these are just young guys, young ladies. This Eweni, she's a very young lady, and it was that idea came back around 2020 when there was COVID-19, and these young chaps came up with Piggyverse. Look at Imade Okokupojoe. Now, Imade Okokupojoe is an associate professor in mechanical engineering in Abuad. Abuad is very close. Is in Afebabayola University. We'll learn more about what giant stride what that woman is doing. What about Judith Okonkwo? She's the founder of Imisi 3D VR virtual reality. Of course, these are areas, emergence of technology, and this lady is doing very well in this regard. What about Funke Okpeke? She's the CEO of Main One, a digital company, a very large digital company in Nigeria. So read more about these people and you will see that these are women. They are champions in these areas. Others in Africa, of course, are just those four were just limited examples in Nigeria, and we have many of our lecturers too, Dr. Janet Olaleke, Dr. Holawuyi, who are in computers, and then of course, so we can say that these are not restricted to women alone. Dr. Mrs. Ganiat Iroju, she's also a woman. So computer, anything computer is not related to or not only restricted to men alone. In Africa, we can talk about Mutoni Wayoke. She's a dental a data scientist in Kenya. Very popular. You can Google search and see more about her. What about Shido, the zone Tiviwe. Sorry, I'm not. Her name. I'm not from that country, so calling that Dizino to way always popularly Shido, and she's a Vambo AI co-founder. If you want to know more about Vambo AI, she's just a co-founder with the other founder, and the woman is doing very great. In fact, if you go to read more about Moiloa Pep Nomni, she's a Lelapa AI CEO. In fact, when bringing anything about AI, she demystified the issue of saying, oh, putting biases about women. That is what the woman is leading in area of AI, and she's doing very, very, very well. Now, I ask a question: will you be mentioned very soon, either in Nigeria or in Africa, as a woman? Then, if you look at the around the world too, there are many others. I can talk about Gabriel Timinit. She's an American, though partly Africa, but settling in now in America. She's already she has nationalized, and so we can call her African American AI researcher, doing very well in the field of AI. Again, another one, she's also an American. I've called her a Nigerian American. She's a computer scientist and AI analyst in based in the United States. She's Joy Bulam Winnie. She's from Nigeria, but the other name got married to a white man, and she's doing very well in the area of AI. Then I asked, will you be mentioned around Nigeria, Africa, or in the world? So women are not restricted from occupying the space. You can see I put book, put everything, occupying the tech space. Then we would also see that occupying the tech space, you have to build professional online presence. Building professional online presence, you would have to just see that you stay local and act global. And that's my logo. Stay local, act global. That even you find yourself in Ondo, in Akure, in Owo, in Ilorin, somewhere very local, you see that when you are searched, you will rank very high. Of course, I have just brought a brief of my online presence. A brief of my online presence, just type Adenegan Kennedy on Google, and or any search engine. Might not even be on any Google, on browser, on Chrome, on Google, on Mozilla, or anything, even on AI, on Meta AI, ChatGPT, and whatever, and ask about Kennedy Adenegan. It will bring a lot of information about what I am doing, who my personality, what I'm involved in. So now you can see so many things. In fact, the first slide there, you will see where it talks about Yoruba mathematics class. There is nothing in Nigeria or all over the world. You type Yoruba mathematics. In fact, before the first 10, before the first five, my name would have resonated and be coming up, popping up in this and that. Essentially, we've seen other places, all different information about my very self. I've just put a brief, just where all those things, my names and everything got resonated. So you have to build a professional online presence. When somebody needs you, one of our female lecturers traveled abroad sometimes, and I made a request for a research partner in the United States. So she presented the request to the research partner, and the research partner said, "What's my name?" She mentioned, said, "Okay, you want to try?" I said, "No." The woman just punched her system and brought so many things. The lecturer said she was surprised to see so many things about me online, and the woman now said, "Is this the person you are talking about?" And the white woman said, "Yes." She told the white woman, I said, "Yes, this is the person I'm talking about." The lecturer called me. How did you get there? I saw so many things of what you are doing. I said, "Yeah, this is me. I stay local here in Ondo, but I act global, so that whatever I do within the confine of where I'm put here in Adeyemi, or where I find myself, I ensure that my works get resonated everywhere, and that's easily that can become visible that people can see what I'm doing, people can see my work. Don't be restricted to only Facebook where you chat and do other things. That's the only place where they can check your name and check your profile. But there on academia edu, Google Scholar, and so on and so forth, if you are in academics, and so many things, Instagram, now you do a lot of things work you can do on YouTube and become famous. Not only famous, it will also add money into your pocket. I once remember that ago sometimes ago, yes, this Yoruba mathematics class, I sat down in my house late in the night, and I received a call from someone I know in Abuja, and just called and said, "Oh, can you please speak with His Excellency?" I said, "Excellency, which His Excellency?" And said, "Oh, one of the deputy governors in Nigeria want to speak with me, that this is what they've seen. They wanted to do a work, and my name kept resonating. And when they checked online, they saw all what I've been doing on Yoruba mathematics class on AI." And so the governor or the deputy governor was so much interested that I have to be invited. And when I was invited, was able to meet with the Commissioner for Education and many highly ranked stakeholders in the area of education where I got in. So these are works I never sat down to apply or made a request for, but it is my online presence that actually advertise. I still had this one that I got from Sweden sometimes ago, and when I did not apply, I saw just a mail, and the mail just requested that, "Oh, what we want you to do this. We have checked your profile online. We saw you are into this, you are into that. Please, could you do this work for us?" I thought they were uh hackers or this one. I ignored it, but later they sent another mail and said, "Please, you are just 5 days more. If you will not be able to do that, let us know." And I quickly went to search online to check about Swedish National Research Fund, SNRF, just like we have TED Fund, Nigerian Research Fund. So I saw that it was genuine. Oh, fine. But some of part of my heart is that could this be a scam or whatever? But I did the work, and I submitted an account. That was back to 2016. I submitted an account to the Swedish National Research Fund, that in case anything happens, this account, I will not go for deliverance and begin to cry that something has happened to me. So even if anything happens to that account, so it's an account that, it's almost going moribund with a cash that is it seems very, very significant. But by December, I received a mail that, "Oh, kindly visit your bank for payment advice." I was surprised to ask that, what is payment advice? And when they asked for payment advice, I got to the bank, and they paid a little less than 100,000. That was 20 far back to 2016. And fortunate enough, there was no salary payment for that year, December. It got delayed till almost the following year. But I celebrated Christmas that year as if Jesus himself was born in my house, because I celebrated Christmas with the money I received from Sweden for a work I never applied. So it is building professional online presence. So as women, you can build in your area. You are in home economics, you are in agri, you are in tech, you are in physics, you are in this area, whatsoever might be. You may not even be in academics. What that area is, it so is it tangele that you will know how best to do making hairs and whatever. Do this, then you can build strong link, can provide experience, and put your experiences and showcase all what you do. Engage, build network. You can be on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, which now we call it X. Oh, do you know how much YouTube pays if you have a YouTube account? Of course, as of today, YouTube is still the one that pays the highest. So if you are, your account is monetized and you have fulfilled all conditions, sometimes depending on the area, or the where your YouTube is domiciled, or those who watch your YouTube, sometimes on the average, the YouTube can pay for 1 million view $1,000. So $1,000, you have 1 million view, you have so number of views and whatever, and that will be prorated, and you get money aside from salaries or what you do. So navigating tech spaces as women, you have to overcome challenges and biases to say, oh, this is all about men, this is not all about men. No, both of us, we can occupy that space, and that's why you can see I said there are spaces for you, and so women, occupy your space. Tell yourself, I can occupy my space by overcoming the challenges and biases. Have confidence and self-promotion. Yes, have that confidence. Whatever, you can start small. Of course, I will get there to say you take a step one after the other. Then find mentors and role models. Find mentors. Look for people. Oh, you can look for people around, and you can get people online. Yeah, it could take some processes, and then once you get role models, you start working on yourself. Support female networks and communities, just like we have the AFUEFSA, Adeyemi Federal University of Education Female Staff Association. Yes, support the female networks and communities, and then you will enjoy the tech spaces as women. The opportunities and resources that are banned, I've told you of mine. The little I'm still able to do within the confine of where I find myself, I'm enjoying the tech world. Beside mathematics, that is putting food on my table on every on monthly basis as salary, where I work, oh, in the tech world, top notch. I salute and I appreciate God for making me to come to the tech world, and that has been an adjunct, in fact, work that I will not apply for. I will not, based on what I do, what I have done, and I'm doing online, and people will just, oh, get this, get that, and that's cool opportunity. Scholarships and grants, they are there. In fact, now most grants, scholarships, sometimes they will put, we give preference to women, we give preference to African women, or we give reference to women in so bara. So women have that opportunity. Please come out of your shell and take opportunities and these resources. The internships and job opportunities, they are there. Many women, in fact, they are at advantage. Thank you for being our wives, our mothers. Many times you are at advantage, and you see when women become leaders too, you see them performing very well. Hey, my men folk, I'm not saying we are not doing well, so that you don't begin to say, hey, I'm already biased. No, 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 no. But we want to give it to our women too. Communities and networks. Yes, form communities and networks. You cannot just, you want to ride, you will have to ride on the wing of some others who have also risen. So don't stay and say, oh, with me I will struggle alone to ride. If it is Dr. Olaleke, if it's Olawuyi, if it's Olagundoyi, these are people, oh, they are specialists in this area. This is an orator, she can speak, she's a public speaker, whatever. The guide, ensure, look for people who will guide and put you through for you to become. Don't become a woman who only knows how to handle phone or laptops only when you want to find out if your husband is cheating on you. Oh, you try to now go and learn how to use WhatsApp, how to use Facebook to be able to start trailing your husband on the internet to know who she's following or who is not following. Well, I'm not saying it's not good for you to try to find out who are your partners, who are your partner's friends or whatever online, but that's not the main thing for you to upgrade tech to the tech space. Of course, it's good for you to know. Otherwise, if you are a novice too, you don't know what is going on, and your husband is just working, staying on the system, or your partner is staying on the system all the time, and you don't know how to even navigate the system, then one can be a fool. But you advance, reason beyond that, work higher to be able to move ahead and be a woman who occupy the right space. One, and the space, we have enough spaces. We have enough spaces for all of us in the tech world. I want to conclude by saying digital tools can boost career advancement. As women, look and take opportunities in the tech space. Upgrade yourself. Upskills and online presence are key to tech upgrade. You have to create online presence, you have to work, you can independently work on yourself, take courses. For example, Adeyemi College of Technology has some certificate courses which you can take. If you cannot come in to say, I want to come for ND program for 2 years, yes, you can come and take some certificate programs, upgrade yourself, and hand to your living and hand to your status. You would, once you are well informed, you will not be deformed. Support networks and tech communities. Yes, this is very, very essential. Take the first step today. I say once again, take the first step. Look at the woman, the very fat woman who wants to take, because I said the one below. If you are leaning against nothing, you are going to crash. But look at that one who has something lean against and was just descending down with freely carrying laptop, carrying everything. So please, the options are just there for you. This is a call to action. I will conclude by saying this story. I was once invited. I was once in UK, and I got there. I was to go to the hotel, the room I was given. Of course, if you are not well informed, you will be deformed. A space I have never been. There's no way I can easily function there. The room I was allocated to. I got upstairs. I was looking for key to the room. Unfortunately, I didn't know that it was a white card I have to open. I got down the staircase. I got there. I met another receptionist. She said, "Oh, she's the one who is on duty now." Okay, it was a woman in the first instance. It was now a man I met. Said, "Oh, okay, come," and requested for detail. "Are you Emmanuel Adenegan from Nigeria?" I said, "Yes." The man brought a white card. The white card I was given. Unfortunately, I told I said I've already been given a white card. He said, "Oh, that's your key." I looked like a moron. So he withdrew the first one and now disabled it and gave me the other one. So once you get there, swipe the card and the card will get you access to the room. And like play, I got there like Moses who struck the rod on the water. I just used the thing to swipe the door, and behold, the door was open and I got in. I was again looking for gang switch, light switch. There was no light. I have to again call and say, "Yes, see this Nigerian guy who has come." I'm talking about far back to 2012. And I got to look like moron in London. And the man said, "Oh, this insert the white card into a box, a patch box there. There's going to be a light." And do you know, I inserted it and there was light. What you have never used before. So the space you have never been, you cannot occupy, you cannot work well. Advance and upgrade yourself today so that you will be where you want to be. Upgrade yourself today. There is enough room. We have enough room for all of you and for all of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for listening, and I appreciate you. Questions can be entertained, and questions can also be dropped on the comment section for me to answer. Thank you.